From the old end of the line of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, that's where Atlanta was born. And there a train horn still remains in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it signals whenever it's time for football in the town once called Terminus. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. On the return, here's D. Elford. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade of starting in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
On second down, Robinson. And they find them after just a yard, and it's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. They connect on the deep shot. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Another carry for Robinson. And only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Cousins. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
So 20 yards on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. It's Cousins once more. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Gets this one to London. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. From the pocket, look, has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete. Oh, with how well he's slinging it this opening drive, Brock, not sure we expected to see an incompletion, but his perfect start ends at 5 for 5.
Yeah, kind of the feeling out process, right? I think you find this with defensive coordinators a whole bunch, trying to figure out what that script is on the other side. I have a sense there'll be some completions and incompletions along the way.
And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the 2nd or 3rd catch, somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly 1 series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it till they stop it.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Rams, nothing.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear in the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
It's say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game.
A loss of a yard.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Stafford now on third down. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up. So no initial clap back, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
But lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. They'll run the draw with Robinson. Makes the tackle. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
From the gun, it's Robinson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
He has it at the 22. He's brought down before the return gets far. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And how about this, Bronk? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. They really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. And a Rams 1st down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So it'll be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Stafford. This will be caught by Adams. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Rams 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Held in left side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They'll motion Smith left. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st down. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Another run for Williams. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, they need 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Mevis able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Shotgun snap, they get to Robinson. That run good for H. Now they've got 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. A toss now to Robinson. Has the first, but wants more. He's past the 45. Hits the 20. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get 6 more on their early advantage. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
14, Rams 3.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Set to kick off.
Blake Corum now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Rams headed out to the field now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have it on 2nd and short. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's a short gain of 1. And the Rams have the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
He was brought down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
They take the handoff now. Stafford. Completed left side to Smith. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Stafford now off the play fake. Go to the right side is caught by Ferguson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Now Stafford again. Short pass brought in. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Rams first down. 1st and goal, Rams.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Up the gut they go with Williams. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Rams make it a one-score game in the first half. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Nevis with a point after. And the Rams cut the lead down to 4.
14. Rams 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
And 8 at the 27-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Robinson up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
34-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Staying with Robinson. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins out of the pistol here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
They put Mooney in motion right. 3rd down give to Robinson. And they only get a couple, and they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down.
The 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. First and goal coming up. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Out of the gun, Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that it's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. They only managed one on that carry. Now they're going to have third goal from the 5.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
On third and goal, it's Cousins. Looking, no place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over him. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision-maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. But when you get an opportunity in the red zone on third down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance. Because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Out come the Rams on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down throw here for Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
First down from the 42. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Catch made right side by Nakua. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Second down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. Now following the penalty, they still need 7 here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. Back deep for the Falcons is Mike Hughes. And this one hits first to the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Cousins now off the play fake. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. That one's caught by Mooney. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll send him over right. They give here to the motion man. The defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now it's Cousins. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled for no gain.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
So a difficult 3rd down coming up on the other side, Brock, of this 2-minute warning. Falcons on top inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Third and long. They're going to throw. That's brought in by Mooney. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Cousins to throw once again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. To the air, Cousins. To the right side and reeled in by London. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stopped quickly, but the catch moves them to the 48.
It's now third down.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Needing 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. He'll work against the blitz. Gets this one to London. He dodged the tackle. Still fighting forward. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Falcons 24, Rams 10.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. Escapes a defender. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams taking over on offense late in the first half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They're probably going to try to get this into field goal range, trying to trim that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Connecting on the slant. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
At the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. It's Stafford once more. Short pass brought in. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Rams have the first down.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Stafford now on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock. Trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
"19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Complete over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 46. Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Running here with Bijan. And he's stuck on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Right side into the hands of Adams. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
That finds Adams downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Devontae Adams, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Rams 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Alford now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. New set of downs for him from the 31. A motion to receiver left. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. That's his favorite target. That's London again. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another carry for Robinson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Going to the ground again on first. Like a turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
Stay on schedule, SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
This time it's a passing play. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Cousins. That one complete to Pitts. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Drawing up the design keeper. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Throwing his Cousins. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 13-point lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Rams 17.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with Williams. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Sanford. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Rams are set to punt. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Play action now for Cousins. Connects on the crosser. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
This is Robinson. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, Robinson tricks away from one. And he has this down to the 34. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
On 1st, it's Robinson again. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Algier gets it on the counter. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Fine quarterback run here. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here's Cousins. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. So they're left facing third and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice.
And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons make it a 3-possession game. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Rams 17.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. He dodged the tackle. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he'll work this one up to the 28. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Stafford to throw. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A gain 15 there. And the Rams have the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down from the 42. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. This will be caught by Adams. And he's not going to get anything out of this. The defense all over it, and they're going to take him out for a loss of 2.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Stafford's going to throw once more. Is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. Second down coming up.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Stafford from the gun. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. And send their tight end right. Stafford now on 3rd down. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Trying for it with Stafford. This one's caught. Smith has it. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Rams football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Back to throw, here's Stafford. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Nevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game.
Rams 24.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Alford now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So that brings up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Now to give to Bijan. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The tackle by Troy Reader. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. All in left side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's Cousins on the keeper. And his slide puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Slot man motioned over. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. To the right side and reeled in by London. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Rams, 24.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Stafford back to throw. That's caught by Williams. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We've set it downs from 37. First down throw here for Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's Stafford once more. Just keeps connecting to the curl. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Now Stafford again. Completed over the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Motion man sent left. Stafford throwing again. Short pass brought in. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
First and 10. Here's Stafford. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Stafford now. Dumped off to his running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and long. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
He's got it. Did he get the feet in on 4th down? Did he get it? No, they're saying he didn't get both feet in. Incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now it's Cousins. And he tries to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Drops this one down here for Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Stafford from the gun. Cut out left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Nakua here. He's got it. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Stafford's going to throw once more. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Throwing the out route complete. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
That's good.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
On first down, here's Stafford. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Stafford now on first down. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford has him on the quick hitter. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Throw is caught by the back. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a 1st and goal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Williams gets in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams get it back to within 2 possessions. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game.
Rams 31.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Falcons and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First and 10 from the 43. Here's Robinson up the middle. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Here's the counter give to Robinson. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Third and just 2 to go. Staying with Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Pressure mid, and it's blocked. Now they can move with it, scooped inside the 40. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And they scoop up the block and don't stop until they reach pay dirt. Well, shout out to the special teamers, Brock. They got somebody in free to block that kick, and things just got better from there as he took it all the way back.
These special teams coaches, they live in dark places, man, and they look for any vulnerability they can. A lot of times, you're a step slow, just a millisecond away. Not that time. It pays off in the biggest of ways.
Nevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Rams 38.
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. Rams are pointing. We'll wait and see. They got it back.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Here's a design run. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.